Welcome to Destiny Digits. This is going to be the reading for Soul Urge number 8. Your soul urge is found by using only the vowels in your full birth name. And so in numerology, you have a core chart with 4 numbers. Just like you have your sun, moon, rising signs in astrology, in numerology, you have 4 numbers, your life path, your expression, your soul urge, and your birthday. To find any of those, you can use the links in the description box. But if you are here, it's because you know that your soul urge number is 8. Now, soul urge talks about what motivates us. So if you are an 8, you are motivated by goals, success, achieving, wealth, abundance, being a boss, being a leader, running a company, being a mogul. You are driven by material satisfaction. And so when we're talking about energy, of course, there's a spectrum. And so, you deal or battle or struggle with being motivated by being goal-oriented or being overly materialistic, right? And so nothing is wrong with having, wanting, desiring, enjoying materials. But when that's the only drive to go out and achieve and receive, then, that can be a little baseless or superficial. And so that would be the, that would be the energy spectrum. So I like to pull 3 oracle cards and take note of what's on the bottom of the deck. So if you are an 8, you're ambitious, you're a big thinker, you have no problem with authority, you're very influential. Now, when you're vibrating kind of low, it can seem to be like you're arrogant, controlling, insensitive, unavailable, greedy, domineering. Those are some of the low vibrations, right? So think about the current space you're in. And sometimes we can vibrate lower when we're just not with the right people, places, or doing the right things. So first 3 oracle cards we have at the bottom is protection. And then we have animals, Mother Earth, and clarity. So one, I feel like you need to know that Earth is a safe place for you. And you are protected no matter how life has felt for you. If you've ever felt alone, targeted, attacked, if you ever endured any type of abuse or trauma at the hands of others, you need to know that you've had guides, spirits, you've had grace and covering with you as you endured. Right? If you have a very special relationship with animals, or if you get visitors recently, lately, or throughout life, where you just kind of have like these odd sightings or visits or certain animals crossing your path, I think that that's an indication of one of the ways in which you are protected. I think animals are your guide. I think they come to give you messages. They come to reassure you. They give hope. They give faith. They bring you signs and symbols. And so when you ever feel alone, I feel like just by looking at what out into the earth, you can easily be reminded that you're okay. Now, when we're talking about Mother Earth, I think that we're really talking about fertility, being able to birth and create something, and to nurture it into its own longevity, right? So I feel like this is talking about something being born, right? And then last, we have clarity. And clarity is about operating in truth, right? And being able to speak it, being able to live it. It's just about understanding who and what you are, why you're here, why certain things were necessary, right? And so as life continues to unfold, I feel like, some experience just naturally makes sense. But in the event that you are birthing something, you are creating something, I feel like you haven't seen or experienced this new thing before. So confirmation helps to know that you're on the right path, to know that you're creating the right thing, to know that whatever drives you is pushing you in the right direction. And just like, we like confirmation and we like signs, I feel like that's when animals are really coming in to say, you're right where you need to be. You got it, and take no shame in like Googling meaning of a wombat. Like, you know what I mean? Beaver crossed my path today. What does that mean? That's how I find a lot of stuff out because, a lot of us are experiencing things and we all want to know why. At the bottom of this deck, we have high vibes, considerate, and sensitive. Okay, so next to animals, we have logical and intuitive. I feel like whatever you are intuitively feeling or thinking when animals cross your path, I think that is something to take note. I think the initial feeling you get when you see that animal is something you can take note of. And I also think that animals represent logic and intuition, right? Whatever guides them, it's their intuition, but also the things that they do in order to secure life. It's very logical based on the kind of creatures and beings that they are. And so they just kind of operate in ways that are a lot less complex than us in human life. So when they come to you to reveal something, I feel like that's an honorable thing that you get to experience. Next to Mother Earth, we have ambitious and big thinker. And so if you want to mother, nurture, create, birth, bring something to life, grow something, establish something, if you want to be this fixture in someone else's life, but remember you're an 8, so you guys, you're leaders, you're creators, you're moguls. So if this is the space that you're in, the animals are coming to confirm that to you. But we also have ambitious and big thinker. Like this is literally what you do. And so if we're talking about creating, birthing something new, you have all the energy and the motivation to do that. So Spirit is saying, think big and never let your drive drop. Stay powered up, stay excited, continue to anticipate what comes next. Next to clarity, we have introspective and intuitive, high vibes of 7. And so 7s in numerology are all about analysis, right? Asking questions, breaking things down, seeing what makes sense, very logical, rational, inventive type energies. And so I feel like Spirit is saying anything that you don't know, it's literally through going within that you are going to find this. Okay. And it's through your own introspection and it's through using your intuition, just as the animals do. It's literally a surrendering to nature. Right. And you are a symbol, a creation of nature. And so you have things inside of you that can help you figure out how to do, what to do. I think Spirit is saying that in order to have the clarity you need to analyze all things that you are thinking, feeling, experiencing, and absorbing within yourself. Right. And as you're on this journey, right, animals are saying that you're protected. Whatever you are birthing and creating is protected. The truth that you are finding out, discovering, and pursuing, and the way you are going to navigate life, it's all protected. Like you are where you are supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, even if it looks unknown, right? And at the bottom of the numerology deck, we had considerate and sensitive. And so those are vibrations of people who are way showers, who are like a light in the world, right? These are people who consider, and listen, as an 8, a boss, a CEO, think about all the people that you have to be sensitive to and supportive of and take an account for, And so when you are thinking and creating, you are even thinking about protecting others in whatever it is you are building, right? Like you're not just creating something for yourself, but you're creating something that you can lead and that can be abundant for those around you. Okay, so I like to do the 9-card box spread using tarot. And the center card normally talks about our current vibe. All right. And this is an extra. But it's the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of like reflecting on where you are, deciding, have I arrived? Am I there yet? Is this enough? Do I want to see more? Thinking about all the work I put in. Did I put in enough work to get the harvest that I desired? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups, right? An energy that is emotionally mature, that is able to offer love, receive love, very balanced in how they lead themselves and others. Intuitive and expressive, just like a people person, a lover, right? But a protector at the same time. Okay, so in the center, we have the Ace of Swords. This talks about like divine intervention that brings in truth, clarity, and understanding. Okay. And so this is aligned with ambition, big thinker, and Mother Earth. And so I feel like, prior to getting this epiphany, right, about what's next, above here, above the Ace of Swords, we have the Star. So I feel like you could have learned that you are indeed a star. You have something to do. You have dreams to conquer. You have healing to do. You need to operate in faith and hope because you possess something that is rare, right? And whatever dreams you have, they are attainable and they are within reach, right? So now that you understand that you operate in that type of energy. Sorry about that. I had to step away. My little one was crying. Okay, so the truth is that you've realized that you have star quality. You possess something that you want to nurture, grow, and turn into something valuable, meaningful. And prior to realizing that about yourself, we have the Two of Pentacles, which talks about some type of instability, right? And so I feel like you could have been trying many different things, juggling many different options, but never really being able to decide what it was you wanted to do, where you wanted to go, what you wanted to create. And I feel like it is in your work life. We have the Eight of Pentacles that follows the Star. It's you want to work on something and create something that has meaning and value to you. You want to see your creation bring abundance to you, to others. You really want to use your star power to do something great that is within you. And this juggling energy, this not being stable, is because you know there's something else you should be doing, somewhere you should be, something you should be leading or growing. And so I feel like it was in this back and forth energy of not really understanding or deciding or approaching things in a way that was logical and intuitive. I feel like, a period of judgment came. And it was through that judgment period that you were given a gift. And that gift is clarity and truth about you and who you are and what you desire, right? And the truth is that you are this Nine of Pentacles, right? You are self-sufficient. You are abundant. You can create and you can have a life of luxury. You can have the finer things all by your own strength, your own focus, your own work ethic, right? You shouldn't be in a space where you have to juggle. And so I feel like this is, signs and messages from the animals that were occurring as you were trying to understand, what you wanted to pursue and create. I feel like that's when the animals were coming to you to give you confirmation, to take the leap, take the plunge, make the change. And then when we got to this space of judgment where we finally understood the truth about who we were and that we have a responsibility on earth and to earth to establish something that's lasting, not just for our life, but for the lives of others. And so I think you're realizing that this Nine of Pentacles is within reach. It's within you, right? And so the reason why we were juggling, the reason why we had instability is because we couldn't see. We didn't have the clarity, right? And this is about mental, doing this to ourselves, mentally imprisoning ourselves. This is lacking introspection. This is not being intuitive. This is just falling prey to whatever the experiences are, and then almost like being a victim, not seeing our own strength, not creating and establishing a way beyond this experience. And so, that was causing the instability. But thank God for the shift, because now we know the truth about who we are and what we are to do. And then we get to this Page of Wands energy. This is like hope. This is a message about passion, about something that we can put into action that can propel us forward and create more. But as we look at this new opportunity, as we have this new approach, and this new understanding, I think we get to the energy of the Six of Swords, right? And so we have to free ourselves so that we can gain a new perspective. And once we have that perspective, there's certain things we have to be able to leave behind. And those can just be thoughts that were detrimental to us. They don't always have to be people, places, things, relationships. Sometimes you have to leave behind aspects of yourself that are no longer serving you. And so as you move away to pursue this Nine of Pentacles, right? As you move away to create this, you only take what's necessary to make this happen. All other burdens and baggage is left behind, right? And so by accomplishing this, by walking out this path, by making the changes, the shifts, by taking the truth and responding to it in a way that reflects the power that you have, all in all will turn you into, just this very stable, confident, comfortable, approachable, compassionate person who's been on both sides of the journey. And what better leader, what better person to establish something that others get to be a part of than somebody who is emotionally solid and available and understanding and intuitive, right? So I feel like this is you growing into that goal-oriented person. I think if you do have goals about self, being somebody that's stable-minded but emotionally secure in the way that this King of Cups is, somebody that who injects passion and love and pleasure into all that they do. And so I feel like this is the energy of leaving what you knew to be true about your life, yourself, your existence behind, accepting and recognizing how you trapped yourself, how you chose not to see your total value, and understanding that you have an opportunity, you have an ability to create something, and your soul is urging you to push, to follow that urge that says, I am an achiever, right? Success is not foreign to me. I can build things. I can establish things. I can lead others. I can show others. I am a model. And so if I know I'm a model, then I need to live a life that reflects that. My life should be a model of the truths that I now know about me, about self, about life. And so I think it's through the sensitivity that you've offered yourself and the considerations that you've given yourself based on where you've been and where you want to go. I think it's about a mental mindset that had to be adjusted, right? And you had to see your strength, your ability, your power. And you also had to accept the ways in which you weren't really applying yourself consistently. And then you had to walk away from those aspects of self and only take what will bring value to you as you move forward. But the overall message is that you are protected, and you are a valuable asset to this thing we call life. And whatever it is that you are to do, to create, to establish, to lead, to grow, it's needed by many. So when you look at what you've gotten, how far you've gotten so far, as you reflect, you're like, is this enough? Is this giving me everything I want? And if not, what am I going to do now? So keep looking out for animals, messengers. Realize that spirit is giving you confirmation. Earth is living, right? It's the answers are everywhere. But most importantly, it's by going within that the clarity you need can be found. All right, eights, soul urge eights. I hope that this worked well for you and you were able to take something from it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.